What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a really cool product from a new company, Veymax. It is the Roadster X4S, and it is packed with tons of features for a really affordable price. Let's go ahead and dive in. So let's go ahead and show off the board here. So the board, a really nice premium entry-level board that I would say would pack a lot of great features that comes with the product. So unlike some other companies out there that offer you some really nice entry levels, this guy gives you the most bang for your buck in my personal opinion. So the deck here, it is a 8-layer Canadian maple with fiberglass inside there with that mild concave on either side there, enough to give you a really good indication of where your heel and toe is placed. So I can definitely say that when you are riding this guy, that nice foot place in there, it's confident inducing. It gives you the ability to kind of really hold your feet in place there. On longer rides, it's not giving you that overall foot fatigue you'd find if you were really on a deep concave system there too. The overall deck length is 37.8 inches by 9.8 inches. It is 20 pounds, 20.5 pounds, so portability is there. So there are two different versions of the Veymax Roadster X4, the X4 and the X4S. This is the X4S. The difference really being between the two of them is, one, you get a longer range on the X4S with the 21700 Samsung 42 cell. So you're actually getting a premium cell inside of this entry-level board, which is top notch. On top of that, you're getting the 550 watt hub motors, so over 1,000 watts of total power, and you're getting these really cool LED 6 different variants lights on the back there as well too. Some really nice premium features. The enclosure looks really cool. The ESC is really nicely done. The 105mm wheels in there as well too. So it does lend to a little bit more of a higher end beginner entry level, I would say, in that sense there as well too. So let's go ahead and dive into the truck system. It is a dual barrel system inside there. It does have cups on there, not precision cups, so it does have cups. I did find myself actually loosening these up a little bit just because for me, they were a little tight out of the gate. And I would say even me at 220 pounds, when I say that's a little tight out of the gate, that means that anyone that's lighter than me is probably gonna have a little bit more of a harder time turning it, but that's really nice that they do give you some pretty stiff bushings, and the ability to just loosen them up a little bit gives you that option to get a little bit more carvability inside there. The truck system, they're nice, they're cast, you know, can't complain about them, no issues, they're good looking trucks. And reverse kingpin obviously gives you the best of both worlds as far as stability and carvability there is there well too. So one thing, going off into the wheels next, 105mm by 65mm by 78A durometer on the front and rear. They are swappable wheels on the back there, so that's pretty cool because if you do wear these things down, you can slide that sleeve off. You can replace it with a different wheel in there from like Cloud wheels or something along those lines that way. I did find that the ride comfort was actually pretty good. Even on the rougher kind of crunchy roads that I normally ride over, it did glide over there pretty well. Hub drives do tend to lead you into a kind of a, you feel everything possible. I always have a special place in my heart for hub drives, and that's because I started on them. It does lead you back to the more longboarding days when you were traditionally longboarding. But for the most part, I would say that these 105mm do eat up a lot of the road, and they say that they're jelly. They're squishy-ish, but they're not like crazy. I mean, they're kind of like the Cloud wheel clones that everyone's been putting out there. The one thing I do want to point out here is that it says on the side here, life is random, which is also a random thing to say on the side of a wheel. So life is random. Apparently Veymax agrees with that, life is random. And I do as well, it's very random. Moving on into the ESC and the battery configuration. So this is the X4, so the battery configuration on this is the 21700 cells from Samsung 40Ts, a premium cell. I love these cells. They have great discharge rate, they have great recharge rate. So I can say that having that inside of a entry-level board is definitely confident inducing. You know that you're gonna get a premium cell, that it's not gonna be something that's gonna sag over time. And I can say even with my weight and me riding in pro mode pretty much the entire time, I was unable to get voltage sag even all the way down towards the end there. Now they do claim upwards of 18 miles of range. I didn't get 18 miles of range. Again, heavier rider, they do claim that at the 75 kilogram rider. I'm a 100 kilogram rider, 220 pounds. So I did get less than that. I was closer to the 12 to 13 miles of range, but I was really kind of just gunning this thing everywhere. I was pushing it up to top speed. I was getting that 28 miles per hour range, really having a fun time on this board. So over the course of a week, I was just charged it once, rode it back and forth, did a bunch of errands on my lunch break and stuff like that, was enjoying this board for the past couple weeks as well too. And I charged it up a few times and found that on average it was getting like 12 to 13, 14 miles of range in that in that general area, but at the same time, again, I really wasn't treating this as like a short-term commuter. I was pretty much gunning this thing as much as I can, so just drain the battery as quickly as I can, just because I truly did find myself enjoying the comfortability and carvability even at higher speeds. I will give that this board does have a really nice stability, which is very confidence-inducing for your entry-level boards. The Leafok 8 version 8 series is really nice in the sense that it's kick to push start, so you have tons of features in that sense where you're kicking to push, you don't have to worry about turning down and getting that button over there. But at the same time, you also have a really nice mode selection there. So 4 different acceleration modes, 4 different brake modes, and they are very aggressive braking. I personally find myself in mode 3 all the time, and I don't really need to go beyond that. Mode 4, you can actually probably lock the wheels up and be able to skid out here too. But that's a really nice feature that if you are a beginner and you don't want to necessarily get off the board, that if you are on an incline, you can hold back on that brake and that literally won't roll backwards, which is really nice in that sense. Now, the 550 watt hub motors that are in the back here, that's a really nice, powerful, I would say that's probably the sweet spot of the top end entry-level hub motors that have been out right these days. You're gonna find a really nice smooth acceleration off the top end there too, and braking, like I said, really strong brakes due to that ESC. At the same time, you're not gonna be blowing any doors off. You will hit top speed. You'll be able to accelerate and get up to that 26-ish, 27-ish miles for top end for me. At the same time, it's gonna take you a little bit to get there. You're not gonna be blowing off the line here, racing this thing down the road, but you definitely are gonna have a nice time, especially if this is your first board. It's gonna be a nice, comfortable ride to get onto and be able to accelerate really beautifully with and grow with over a few times with it. The one thing I can say is that the features that they offer in this, the LED lights in the back here, it's a nice touch. It's really cool. These 2 LED features light up and they have light options on here, up to 6 different modes you can click through. And that gives you the option for basically at night riding, you already have something built into it, you're paying for it. Personally, I probably would have put shred lights on here because I do have those new Bluetooth versions out there and I love that ability to turn those on and off without having to button down and hit that button. So there's different options out there, but just know that these do come with it, which is nice. The other thing I do love, one accessory in the back here on the front nose, the tail guards and the front nose guard. Really nice feature. Just again, you're protecting your investment, you're protecting your board. This company has gone ahead and done that for you, making sure that you're not gonna get any dings or dents in the nose or tail of your board if you're leaning up against a wall or if you happen to hit a curb on your way in. Overall, I think that the Veymax Roadster X4S is a really great entry-level board. I think that you're gonna get a really good bang for buck. That premium battery cell, the 21700 Samsung 40Ts, the Leafok version 8 series, really nice, powerful ESC that's got great features on there. 550 watt motors, so enough power to get you going up and where you need to go. Comes with those accessories like the LED accessories inside there too. And the jelly wheels and stuff like that, really nice feature. You can always swap those out for different series too, because it is a sleeve motor, so you can absolutely go ahead and pick up different series motors like cloud wheels or whatever, which is nice. Now, do I recommend this board for you? If you are a beginner and you're looking for it, absolutely, this is definitely one to jump into. I can't recommend it enough. There are tons of different boards in this category, so make sure you go ahead and check out my videos down below. And if you haven't yet, click that like and that subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously to get these videos out there. And if you guys enjoy this video, give that video a thumbs up. I appreciate that so much too. Until next time, guys, remember, always wear a helmet. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.